Hi. Hey, everybody. I'm getting everything together. Happy Portal Day. It's 9/9. Comment down below 9 things you're grateful for, 9 wishes that you want to come true. It's Portal Day. I'll be reading all of those comments. All right, are you guys ready? Today, we have a Crowllective reading that is actually a continuation of a crow call. All right. So this is going to be a crow love story. All right. I pulled out some channeled cards. We're going to do the whole thing. The reading that it's a continuation from was the one that premiered this Sunday. Angel number 111 when I looked up. Okay. So if you haven't watched that one yet, you should go watch it. February is significant. 4 to 5 months from now, the year 2028 is also significant. Someone can be a water sign or a Pisces. Someone could be a Cancer sign. That could be you or whoever you're dealing with, right? But when they give me specifics, I give you specifics, right? So let me just split everything up to get everything ready for y'all. And we can jump right in. For those of you that, click on the replay and stuff, this will be the time where you click the timestamp. I'll see you at your message when your message starts, okay? Okay. So here's the breakdown. Now I'm seeing angel number 222. So I saw angel number 111, then angel number 222. So something is happening in divine order. It's being divinely orchestrated. This is exciting. This is exciting. Okay. So someone's giving you butterflies. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. Someone's giving you butterflies. Okay. And that could be like flirtatious energy. That can be like falling in love. That could be love, love growing. Okay. So let's see. First message. 44. Have hope for the future. Have hope for the future. This is the second time we see a kid in the background. Do some of you guys have children? Or do you have a child? You have a little tag along? Because I see a little child here. She's sitting there. It looks like she's getting something filled. And then you have the child right here. New energies are coming in. Run wild for a while. Run wild for a while. There goes the wolves. The wolf pack. I saw the mountain there. I'm seeing the tree. These little omens and stuff like that. Feathers. All right. And I just got me a blue jay feather. Y'all, I just got me a freaking blue jay feather. The blue jay dropped me a feather. And I hope that you guys will be able to see. You see it? That is a blue jay feather. Isn't that pretty? The little blue jay dropped it for me so I could have it for safekeeping. Let it zoom. Hold on. Yeah, I can see it. That is so gorgeous. I love that. Let's see what's going on with y'all. So let's see your current energy. Your headline message is have hope for the future. New energies are coming in. Angel number 44. Run wild for a while. Okay. New energies are coming in. Let's see what your current energy is, Crowllies. We have waves. You're so emotional. I mean, that makes sense. The butterflies in the stomach, right? Emotions, worry, fear. Oh my God, you're nervous. It could be a fear of falling in love, fear of, look at this, Archangel, Papa Michael. Archangel Michael came out. Look at this. Archangel Michael is saying that you should be laughing when it comes to the narcissist. Hold on, y'all. I know what's going on. Playing games with zoom in, zoom out. Boom. Archangel Michael is saying that you're going to be laughing because of the narcissist. You're going to be laughing at the person. And maybe somebody has mixed feelings. Okay, so your current energy is like, yeah, I'm laughing at the narcissist, but in reality, I have mixed feelings about that. You maybe somebody is still concerned and worried about your narcissistic person that you dealt with, right? But Archangel Michael, Papa Michael, came through and said, you know what? I'm protecting you from that energy, right? There was that divine intervention. That divine intervention was between you and that narcissist, right? So this is the energy that you guys are in right now. Comment down below, what type of narcissist did you deal with? We have envy. All right. So currently right now, because we're talking about your current energy, it kind of feels like you're in the more of the like discontent, not pleased how things went down. Okay. So it's like, yeah, it's almost like people, when they talk to you about it, right? If you do talk to other people about it, or if anybody does bring it up to you, your current energy in regards to that narcissistic experience is like bittersweet. Yeah, it's better that I'm not with the person, but I do care about them, or I still worry, or I'm afraid that the person will come back, or I'm afraid that I won't meet someone like that person. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a lot of things in your energy that's coming up right now from what I'm feeling that is triggering a slow the fuck down. It's triggering like shut everyone out and like go in, so it's not necessarily like a hermit mode that you're kind of attempting to get into, but it's a more of like a self-defense mechanism. Let me find a way for me to make myself comfortable without alarming other people that you're doing this, right? So there's like something here where you're like in this weird funky healing stage where you know what to do in terms of pulling your energy back to heal, but from what I'm seeing, it's like you are avoiding the problem as you're healing. And so like there's something in regards to and I'm seeing angel number 1010 now, and I just saw divine intervention commented 1111. Okay, so hey, the separation needed to take place, right? And I did talk about, there was a crow call video about going your separate ways. So we're talking about that narcissistic experience. Okay, some of you guys may need a refresher, right? For new people, you may want to catch up. All right. But your current energy is just giving like, yeah, scared about what the heck is going to happen next, right? So you're really cautious because you don't want to stumble upon another like narcissist or have another narcissistic experience or a toxic connection dynamic, right? We have time in the reverse. So you're quite literally making up things like, oh, I'm busy, or I can't do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time for that. But in reality, you do have a lot of time, but it could be either your ego or your spirit doesn't feel comfortable enough with all of the time that you have without the person, right? Whoever the heck you were dealing with. So this is where the insecurities and the guardedness comes out. It's like you once you burn the bridge and stuff like that, you can't build back up on it, right? Because it's ash. So it's almost like mourning, like you're mourning a connection or something like that, the loss of the connection, because it did impact you more than you thought it was going to impact you, from what I'm seeing. So this is your current energy, Crowllies. All right. That has nothing to do with the person that's about to come in and give you butterflies. But I just want you to kind of check in like, hey, this is what you're going through. And I see you. I see you. Okay. Incoming person's energy. Are we ready for that? Because remember, this is a continuation. This is a continuation of the crow call from this Sunday. So let's see. Who is it? Who is this person? Incoming person's energy. Here it is. I saw fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. So you could have fire in your chart, or this person could have fire in your chart. If you watched the message for the crow call on Sunday, fire came up. Fire came up, okay? But when I was talking about fire, I talked about like passion and like desire and like drive, right? So pay attention to that. We have somebody's in the middle, okay? Now, I'm not looking at this as, because we're looking at the person that's coming towards you, right? And yes, this is a love reading, if I have to clarify. This specific one is a love reading, right? Because it's a continuation from the crow love story from Sunday, right? It was a cliffhanger, and you guys were sitting on your edges of your seats. Okay, here's a continuation right here. Okay, that's the person that's coming in. So I already gave y'all some details over there, right? Now we're hopping into, there's somebody in the middle of you and this person as they're trying to come towards you. All right. And this person could be trying to either intentionally or unintentionally ruin something between you and them. Okay. I don't see necessarily like a third party, because I feel like third party is now becoming a trigger word for people. Okay. And that could also be something that you're healing right now, Crowley. Okay. But from what I'm seeing is like there is another person that is in between you and this person and is causing issues in terms of communication. That said person could literally be a friend, a coworker, someone that's in their ear, a confidant, you know. It doesn't always have to be like a romantic entanglement. That's not what I'm seeing. Okay, I just want to clarify that. But I am seeing someone in the middle that's trying to kind of like mess up some sort of communication between the both of y'all. Liar. There it is. They're trying to blur the lines, but it's a liar. All right. So someone's being sneaky. So this person is coming towards you, right? This person wants to talk to you. Hold on. Fix myself. All right. So this person wants to talk to you, right? Let's turn this way. There we go. And yeah, because they closed the book on it. There's somebody in the way. So it's kind of giving like the forecast for this week is like, all right, well, someone's trying to go towards you and tell you something, and somebody else is distracting you or telling you something else. You ever hear like, oh, did somebody call me? Did somebody text me? And the person goes like, no, right? Or something like someone comes over, looks for you, but somebody else was there, and somebody else answered the door or whatever, and they said that you weren't there, but you were. You know, somebody looks for you at work, and someone says that you weren't there or that you just left, but you were there. Like something like that. Okay, like somebody's gonna try to. And it doesn't have to be those examples, but I'm just getting you to like intuitively for something to click, right? Someone's going to try to throw like, what is that? Throw a wrench, right? Throw a wrench in the middle of a situation that affects the communication between you and the person that's coming in, okay? So there's something about like a liar and then someone being in the middle, something about a confession and someone opening up, okay, for the incoming energy, the person that's coming in, right? So we have the person that's coming in, and then we have an external energy that's affecting the person that's coming in. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm seeing right now, okay? Let's see what the relationship is between you and the person that's coming in. What's the relationship between them and the person that's coming in? We have a short-term relationship. If it picks it up, because I know it will. There it is. All right, short-term relationship. I'm going to have to darken these. Then we have a destined romantic meeting. Okay. You notice how I tried to show you the short relationship and you couldn't see it, but this one you can? And it's zooming in. There's something about that. Like someone wants you to pay more attention to a short relationship than to pay attention to the destined one. I think that's the wrench that's being thrown by that person, like in the middle. Okay. 2017 could be significant, and 2020 we have a romantic lesson. Okay. So to me, it sounds like the person that's coming in is the destined romantic meeting, and the person that's throwing the wrench is the person that you had a short-term relationship with. And overall, this week is going to be a lesson. This is going to be a romantic lesson that comes out for you. All right. So pay attention to the lesson that you learned this week romantically. Okay. I'm going to leave that right there. Let's see what else I get. So what are they healing? What are they healing? So they're saying you may have agreed to be friends with this person, raise children with this person. This person that's coming in, you have a spiritual contract with them to either be best friends, raise children, open a business. This is a soul partner. This is a soul partnership. Reincarnation. Your souls agree to reincarnate and navigate towards each other. So the person that's coming in is someone that you have a soul contract with. This is your soul partner. So this is that destined romantic meeting is between you and a soul partner. Okay. I heard this is why things feel so natural, not forced. Okay, what are they healing? What are they healing from in the next 7 days? Gaslighting. Okay. Gaslighting. So the person that's throwing the wrench in the middle is somebody that wants to keep the connection going between you and them. And that's how they throw the wrench in the middle. So that way, like, you'll focus more on the short-term relationship person, right? Versus the destined romantic meeting that you're about to have with somebody else, with that soul partner. And so the true intentions of the short-term relationship, what narcissistic experience that you had, their true intentions is for them to have particular security, right? Which means that they want your presence in their life. Like, they want you present in their life. They want to make sure that you're going to stay around, right? That's the type of security I'm seeing, so that they can confide in you and have you as a support system, but also keep you at arm's length. It's kind of very weird, actually. Because if this person comes out and says like they want something romantic with you, they say that, but then it turns out to be like more like friendship. And it's kind of very weird, actually. That's where the gaslighting is probably coming in from. So they want the connection to keep going, but there's still unresolved feelings between the both of you, right? So this person is the type of person that wants to keep their options open, right? While keeping you at close reach, right? To be able to manipulate you and utilize you for whatever reason, right? Um, because they want security to know that they have that 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and that they can continue to do that, to continue to, like, that's normal for them, right? Which is also, like I said, weird, right? So, but you're healing from that, and you're also healing from the gaslighting things that they used to say to you. So trigger words, right? It's a third party. You're making a big deal out of nothing. You're blowing it up. It's not. It's not anything serious, or um, it's nothing, right? Something like that is triggering for you. Okay, the whole, like, deny complex is triggering, right? So it might not be that, like, it's almost like you find things insulting, or you're finding like things to pet, like, I'm here like a pet peeve, okay? But the gaslighting was caused because, like, of their intentions, right? The push and pull effect. But the gaslighting statements themselves was for them to be able to feed off of your reaction. There's something about the energy that you exuded out when you reacted, or you overreacted, how they would say, right? Um, but they always get you into that state over and over again, because there's something that they fed off of, like a type of energy that they fed off of, that they were dependent off of, right? So I'll give you an example. This person felt like triggering you would make them feel better. Because if they don't see you in a panic, or you angry, or you upset, then no one's seeing them angry, and no one's seeing them upset, and no one knows their triggers. So to highlight yours, they felt superior than you, like a superiority complex or something like that, by utilizing your own emotions and trauma and triggers against you. Okay, so these are the things that you're healing from, and that's like a lot to deal with. So don't feel like this week that you're going to overcome all of that all at once, but these are all things that are coming up excuse me, in your healing journey, that, shit happens, like, things happen all the time in life, where small conversations with other people and the way you interact with other people can trigger memories, can trigger for you to feel a certain way, like your nervous system, or emotionally, or mentally, right? So there's different triggers that come up. So the gaslighting thing is definitely going to come up in the next 7 days for you guys. The other thing that I'm seeing here is that with you healing certain things, I think the romantic lesson here will really go into how you're going to navigate interacting back and forth with the person that you're being met up with, the person that's coming into your that destined romantic meeting, right? The soul partner. Hold on, y'all, because I do have to pull one more, which is the upcoming obstacle or challenge. And it kind of feels like it's this person, that short-term relationship person. It kind of feels like it's them. Like, it came out immediately. I don't know why that person wouldn't be playing tag, phone tag, or tag you're it, or any of that. I really do not know why. Let's see what's going on here. So What's the upcoming challenge for Crowllies this week? All right, upcoming challenge, the Chariot and the Eight of Swords. You are in your own way. You could progress further. You can move on if you really want to. There's nothing holding you back but yourself and your mentality. All right? These are self-imposed thoughts. So the triggers that are coming up for you, those gaslighting statements, is just basically you sitting there and spinning around thinking, oh, what do they mean by that? Oh, the last time I heard that by this person, this is what they meant, right? So the whole compare and contrasting, the whole flashback thing, the whole, oh, this is making me feel like this all over again. That's just you in your head. That's you in your head pumping the brakes. Wait, hold on, slow down, something's wrong, right? So but that's you healing from the gaslighting phrases and statements. Like, just because, I'll give you an example. Just because all Hispanics, no, I can't say that. Just because Hispanics can learn and speak English and Spanish, okay, you follow with me, doesn't mean that they all do. Just because Americans can learn 2, 3, 4 different languages doesn't mean that they're all going to become bilingual or they're all going to become trilingual, right? So giving you a different example, just because anybody can get a license doesn't mean that everybody will get a license, right? So now we flip it towards relationships. Just because someone lied to you doesn't mean that everybody is going to lie to you. Everyone has lied at some point in their lives, but it doesn't mean that someone is always lying to you. Does that make sense? Right? So with this gaslighting situation, you dealt with a short-term narcissistic gaslighter, okay? It was a toxic connection. It was short-term, but it was long enough for your spiritual team to say that you were triggered by it and you become traumatized. Okay? This connection, whatever the heck, whoever it is the one that is the monkey wrench in the situation, or the someone in the middle that's the challenge that you're overcoming right now. Healing from that and removing them from the middle, because they made you second guess yourself. Oh, I can't move on from this person. I'll never love someone like that again. These are all things that are coming up that needs to be reprogrammed, that needs to be changed. Okay? And some of you guys, these negative thoughts, you can shift them. As soon as you catch them, say something to shift that energy. Actually, no, I don't agree with that. That is how you have to reprogram. And that's another thing, I will have a workshop coming up soon in the next couple weeks about reprogramming your mind. So if you guys are interested in that, comment down below. I want to reprogram my mind. Because that is something that is really going to help you more than you sitting there and lighting a candle and hoping something's going to fucking change. And I'm not knocking anybody's manifestations or prayers or anything like that. But if you really want to change something, you have to change within. And if in your mind, you can't believe that you're going to get out of the pain that you have experienced because somebody triggered you or created the trauma experience for you, even if you may have had some sort of say-so for you to be in the trauma experience, you also have a say-so to reprogram your mind. You also have a say-so to be able to disagree, right? I talk about to my clients all the time that when you're making an agreement, that's a contract. That's a soul contract that you're signing verbally. Word is bond, right? So if every single day you say, I'm going to be single forever, or I'm not going to have any more kids, or things are not going to work my way, or I don't like my body, or I feel out of place, or nobody likes me, or nobody loves me, or nobody shows up for me. You're the same way law of attraction is. You have to sit there and think about it. The way law of attraction is, it's not just about saying something, it's about feeling it so deeply that you know it for a fact. So if every single day, in comparison to somebody that doesn't really feel like they're beautiful, and they constantly say that they're ugly, they believe that. And so things are going to happen energetically, okay, for that to be confirmed for that person every single day. Whether it be, slight remarks from people, whether it be them not being able to fit into their favorite outfit anymore, whether it be, I don't know, for some reason they had a bad hair day, right? Because everybody has a bad hair day. But all of those things just boggle down somebody over and over again. And you could switch it from beauty to money to standards to whatever, okay? Relationship problems, right? But if you're not right within in the mind, if you don't change that mentality and shift it to you're worthy enough, you're beautiful enough, there is no limit, right? That you can surpass anything, that you can get by anything, that you can find any type of solution. It may take time, but you will find a solution, and you will get out of a situation, and you will succeed. If you put yourself in that mindset, then that's exactly what's going to happen. But if you stay sitting in the same stagnant energy, or shifting from the stagnant energy to the lower vibrational energy, then you're not going to be able to have that breakthrough, especially in regards to relationships. And so this upcoming week, you're going to, there's this thing of you realizing, right? And I know I talked about it in a different reading too, about realizing the difference between a toxic connection and someone that was destined for you, right? And from what I'm seeing here is the like how you're overcoming this obstacle and challenge is realizing what is healthy and what is not healthy, right? Realizing that, being in certain relationships may give you the things that you need, but it doesn't mean that it's the perfect fit, right? A key is a key is a key, but is that key going to open up the lock? Because the only person that has access to the master keys is the Most High. And you can manifest all you want and manifest with whomever you want. But the only person that has the key to the master lock is the Most High. And if you were given a set of keys, and we're talking about relationship-wise, you were given a friend key, you were given a coworker key, you were given a business partner key, you were given a family key, you were given a spouse key. If that spouse key does not fit in that keyhole, and you jam it, and you keep sitting there trying to pick the lock in, okay, and it don't work, that's because that's not your soul partner. That's not the person, okay? But then when you put your key specifically with a person and everything fits, everything clicks, there's no issue in struggling to try to get in there. It just works. Then that is a good fit, right? So you're learning the difference between forcing love or forcing being loved and love being natural, okay? For you just to feel loved, be embraced, and be able to give love, no hesitation. Butterflies are coming in. The butterflies. All right, let's see what your last message is. The butterflies. The butterflies, y'all. Twin flame lesson. The flames get split into two halves before they start their mundane journey. Important to know, experiences, situations, lifestyles are typically identical to the point it mirrors each other's stories. Twin flame lesson. So you need to know the difference. Twin flame. Okay? Some of you guys may have experienced a situation with a twin flame. All right? And a twin flame, you sit there and we're talking about keys. It's the same copy of the key. Does that make sense? It's the same copy of the key. It's twin flame. They're split into two. It's two keys. Can two keys unlock each other? No. Two keys cannot unlock each other. The two keys can unlock a lock, but they cannot unlock each other. Okay? We have divine feminine, allowing your partner to take the lead now. We have masculine zodiac placement. Drum roll, please. You're dealing with an air sign or a fire sign: Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Masculine. Okay, so that could either be the person that's coming in or the person that you experience, the person that's a twin flame. Okay, clean slate. You asked for a spiritual sign, and here it is. What you have in common is social purpose and spiritual purpose with you, with this person and you. All right. But that's what I got for you guys. You guys comment down below. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.